9 Central on ABC.
You're watching ABC 10.
Live, local, with 10 minutes of non-stop news. ABC 10 News Now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for ABC 10 News Now. I'm Jen Kodanimi. The Ontonagon County Sheriff's Department is tonight looking for an elderly man who is believed to be suffering from dementia. 76-year-old John Francis Milborn of Mass City has been missing since Monday afternoon. He was last seen at his home around 2 p.m. He's 5'10" and weighs 210 pounds. He's driving a 1997 maroon Ford F-150 with a gray and blue topper, license plate number BPR 6969. If you have any information regarding Milborn's whereabouts, contact the Ontonagon County Sheriff's Office at 884-4901. A young woman from Calumet is dead after being run over by a semi in Minnesota, and police say that she may have intentionally walked in front of the rig. The Minnesota State Police says the victim is 18-year-old Holly Beckela of Calumet. The accident happened shortly before 7 Central Time Monday night in Rush City, Minnesota. That's about 50 miles north of St. Paul. Police say Beckela left her vehicle in a rest area on Interstate 35 and walked onto the highway. A Canadian man driving an 18-wheeler hit Beckela with his rig and killed her. The State Patrol says evidence they've collected indicates Beckela meant to cross in front of the truck. The truck driver was not hurt in the crash. A motorcycle accident left 2 injured tonight in Ely Township. State police responded to the scene just before 5 today. The driver of the motorcycle, 22-year-old Joshua Bossert, and his 21-year-old passenger, Casey Chapman, both residents of Negaunee, suffered non-life-threatening injuries in the crash. Michigan State Trooper William Lubes was at the scene.
Who was not perhaps paying attention, didn't observe a truck turning left in the Mullins muffler shop. The motorcyclist turned left, veered right to avoid a collision and drove his motorcycle into the ditch. The driver of the motorcycle and his passenger were both transported to Bell Hospital for treatment.
Bosser was cited for careless driving. Marquette County Sheriff's deputies, Ely-Tilden Township first responders, the Ishpeming Fire Department, and Bell EMS assisted on the scene. The name has been released of the man who died after hitting a deer while riding his motorcycle last night. He is 47-year-old Donald A. Carlson of Gladstone. The Delta County Sheriff's Department says it happened on US 41, about a mile north of 30.5 Road. 4 motorcycles were heading south on the highway in a group when the lead bike hit the deer just after 9 last night. Police say Carlson was thrown from his machine and slid underneath a pickup truck. He died at OSF St. Francis Hospital in Escanaba. 2 of the other bikers suffered minor injuries while trying to avoid the wreck. The accident came the same day the state Senate voted to allow riders to choose whether or not they wear helmets. The legislation would require riders to carry enough insurance to cover up to $100,000 in medical costs in case they get into an accident. The rider also would have to have been licensed to ride a motorcycle for at least 2 years or have completed a motorcycle safety course. The bill now goes to the House. An Iron County woman is recovering at Marquette General Health System after a pickup truck crash. The Iron County Sheriff's Department says it happened shortly before 8:30 Central Time last night in Mastodon Township. A 41-year-old woman from Crystal Falls was driving on County Road 424 near Indian Lake Drive. Police say she lost control of her truck on a curve and hit a tree. The impact threw her from the truck, which then burst into flames. The woman was taken to North Star Health System in Iron River with serious injuries and was later transferred to Marquette General. There's no word on her name or how she's doing. The accident remains under investigation. An Escanaba man is going to prison for 30 years after child sexual assault. In March, 39-year-old Christopher Frazier pled guilty in federal court to a pair of charges: 1 count of aggravated sexual abuse of a child under 12 and 1 count of attempting to do the same. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the charges involved assaults against 3 children on the Bay Mills Indian Community Reservation. The federal judge who issued the 30-year sentence says it's meant to serve as a deterrent not just to Frazier, but to the entire tribal community. The judge also says half of his time on the bench is devoted to sexual assault crimes that take place on tribal land. On Wall Street, stocks were on a roll today, and there is an important recall to tell you about. Deborah Costern is at the New York Stock Exchange and has the details in the Bloomberg After the Bell report.
The market's on the up and up. It's day 3 and the broader market still enjoying gains. This on good news out today. Greek passed austerity measures and also pending home sales climbed. Meanwhile, in a speech today, President Obama pressing Republican leaders to accept tax increases, explaining that Democrats are willing to cut spending. Both sides are trying to reach a deal to reduce the nation's deficit and raise the country's borrowing limit. If not, the Treasury Department has until August the 2nd before it runs out of money to pay U.S. debt. And an important recall, Johnson & Johnson recalling about 61,000 bottles of its Tylenol extra strength pain reliever. This after the drug maker received reports of a musty odor. The chemical doesn't appear to cause any health risks, but may cause a temporary upset stomach in some. Over the past 2 years, J&J has had to recall dozens of its products. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Deborah Costrin with the Bloomberg After the Bell report.
We'll get a look at the complete AccuWeather forecast in a few minutes from meteorologist Violetta Yaz. But first, we get a look of the city of Marquette, courtesy of the ABC 10 News Now Northern Michigan University Weather Cam. Temperature currently 61 degrees. Winds coming in from the northeast at 9 miles per hour. Looks like a pretty nice clear night. And we'll have more from Violetta in a few minutes. The Upper Peninsula got a little taste of Hollywood this evening. UP residents gathered together tonight to find out which national, regional, or local celebrity they would be paired alongside during the Celebrity Golf Classic tomorrow. The crowd was full of excitement for the big reveal. The event is held to raise money for the Beacon House of Marquette, but organizers say it's more than just your average fundraiser.
We believe that bringing all of these individuals in, we not only have celebrities from all over the country, we have some players from other parts of the country as well. And showcasing Marquette is great for the community. It's great for the golf course to show them what we have up here, the caliber, and also to share the ministry of Beacon House.
The participants of the Celebrity Golf Classic had the opportunity to tour the Beacon House before the party, and for some, the purpose behind the event hits close to home.
For so many people, in fact, ironically, I had a family member who stayed at the Beacon House when he was in here at Marquette General having surgery this past week. So there's a family connection, but you know, it does so much for so many people all over the Upper Peninsula that it was a pleasure and an easy fit to get involved.
Just got a chance to see Beacon House and take a little tour and meet the staff over there. And I've been blown away, and you know, I come back here every year to help them out.
The golf outing starts tomorrow morning at Gray Walls, followed by the 19th hole party at Upfront & Company in Marquette. What is now the Northern Michigan University Golf Course was once known for having the biggest green in the world. The course is now on its way for being known for how it takes care of its greens. NMU has really gone green when it comes to taking care of the course and the clubhouse. The course has been using bio-based products. A special drought-tolerant fertilizer helps with water conservation.
Irrigation technology where we're able to get individual head control so we can water when and where it's needed. We have a lot of no-mow zones where we try to reduce the inputs of the golf course and not use a lot of machinery and equipment where we don't have to use it. That won't affect playability.
The course has also been working with the Michigan Soybean Promotion Committee on using soy-based products in place of petroleum-based. The course has been using soy-based grease lubricants and a vegetable-based hydraulic fluid on lawnmowers and other machinery. The course was donated to the university in 2008 by Joe and Pat Gibbs under the condition that it fit with the university's goal of being environmentally sustainable. The NMU golf course is set to host an out-of-the-ordinary golf experience next month, the Blueberry Classic Golf Outing. The July 29th event will raise money for the NMU Student Flexible and Fund. This scholarship helps students who experience unexpected financial challenges while attending college. Registration ends July 15th. For more information and to register, go to nmu.edu/blueberryclassic. Still ahead tonight on ABC 10 News Now, a look at the AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Violetta Yaz. And later, we'll have an update on the Presque Isle This Place Matters contest, how you can help boost the park's chances of winning. Plus, we'll check in with our money reporter.
I'm Stacy Johnson. Protecting yourself from the sun is super important, but does it have to be expensive? How to save your skin and your money. That's just ahead on Money Talks News.
Before we get to all that, we get to tonight's winning state lottery numbers. Back with more from ABC 10 News Now in just a moment.
Hairstyles for ABC 10 News Now on-air talent are provided by Utopia Tanning, Hair and Skincare Spa.
Time is running out to help the city of Marquette obtain grant money for improvements to Presque Isle Park. The money would come from the National Trust for Historic Preservation. The top 3 finishers in the This Place Matters Community Challenge receive money. Marquette is in 19th place. The Presque Isle Park Advisory Committee knows what sorts of things the money would buy.
Trail improvements, trail wayfinding. There's, I don't know, something like 2 or 3 miles of trails on the island, and there's not very many signs to guide people.
Each person who votes can only vote once, and the voting closes tomorrow night at midnight. The money could also be used for updated playground equipment and updated signs.
There are interpretive needs for the island. That means signs to tell people what they're looking at. There's a lot of significant features of the island that people wouldn't realize from looking at.
If you haven't voted yet, you can do it online at preservationnation.org. We'll also place a link there for you on our website at abc10up.com. For details on what's going on in the weather, we turn to meteorologist Violetta Yaz and the AccuWeather forecast. Violetta?
Hey there, I'm AccuWeather's Violetta Yas, and boy, oh boy, what a beautiful afternoon across the UP today. We had sunshine, a little bit warmer than what we saw these last couple of days. However, it's still going to be very chilly at night, just like what we saw last night. Now, again, in terms of actual precipitation, none to speak of here. Large ridge of high pressure and control across our nation's midsection. Very, very warm across the south central, and that oppressive heat and humidity is actually going to continue to build north and eastward. So we are going to be seeing a warm up not only throughout the day Thursday, not only Friday, but actually into the upcoming holiday weekend. So great news ahead. Now, I know it's difficult to see there, but we do have a warm front developing there across portions of the plains. That's going to continue to move north and eastward. That's sort of the leading edge of the heat. As we just talked about, that's going to continue to expand north and eastward. That is going to be providing a little bit of moisture for us throughout the day tomorrow. We'll get to that in just a minute, but again, it's not going to ruin the entire day. In terms of tonight, still a little on the chilly side, expecting partly cloudy skies here from Ironwood on eastward. Ashland enjoying clear skies at 59 degrees. So again, a little bit chilly out there. You do want to make sure you're warm enough. Houghton, 54 your overnight low. Lawns, pretty quiet night for you as well. Copper Harbor in at 53 degrees, and generally looking at temperatures into the middle 50s all across the board here from Crystal Falls on toward Marquette, even in through Munising. Heading further south and east, Menominee, 57 your overnight low with clear skies. Again, those clouds look like they stay to your north, while Manistee almost into the 40s. So again, it is going to be chilly out there once again tonight. Heading in through Thursday, again, there's that record-breaking heat that we talked about continuing to build northward, continuing to build eastward. We're looking at 90-degree temperatures here across the western Great Lakes region. I'm not thinking we'll be that warm, but looking at 80-degree day at least. Now, there's those showers and storms that we talked about developing across portions of Wisconsin in through lower Michigan, also for us here in the UP. So you definitely want to make sure you're grabbing that umbrella as you head out, though it won't necessarily be raining as you head out to work in the morning. Any storm that does develop is going to be passing in nature. Not going to be an all-day event. The day will not completely be ruined. In fact, Ashland looks like you're dry all day. 82 degrees high for you with partly sunny skies. And again, elsewhere, look for a passing shower or storm. Houghton into the middle 70s with a shower or storm. Copper Harbor, you'll be in at 69. Lawns in at 78 degrees. Again, you can see those temperatures trying to push into the lower 80s there. So if not for Thursday, then definitely in for Friday. Munising, high 76. Crystal Falls, almost there. You'll be in at 79 with passing shower or storm. Ishpeming, 75 for you again with a passing shower or storm. And likewise here from Manistee back toward Menominee. Manistee looks like you're too far east. You will be remaining there at 66 degrees again with just some passing moisture. Heading in through the weekend, stormy pattern shifts off to our south. So we are going to be seeing a couple of showers and storms develop here across extreme southern lower Michigan. Elsewhere, high pressure building. Beautiful conditions, warmer temperatures, though Friday still needs to be on the lookout for a passing shower or storm here if you have any traveling to do for the upcoming holiday weekend. But again, will not be an all-day event, but humidity is going to be on the increase on Friday, likewise in through Friday night. So a little bit on the steamy side Friday. Check out those temperatures, and then once again you factor in that humidity. It's going to be a little bit sticky out there, though. Heading in through Saturday, nothing but sunshine there in Houghton. Likewise toward Marquette into the middle 80s, just absolutely beautiful here. Taking a look at your extended headlines, again, clear and chilly tonight. A little bit more warm to wrap up the work week with a passing shower or storm, but the weekend looks beautiful.
Thanks, Violetta. The #1 sign the economy is bouncing back is in manufacturing, where jobs are growing the fastest. ABC News' Jim Sciutto explains some longtime American businesses are once again investing in American workers.
M&M's plain and peanut chocolate candies.
Drenched in milk chocolate, melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Mars has been an American icon for 100 years, and today it's turning Americans' love for M&M's and Snickers bars into jobs. Mars' first new chocolate factory in 35 years coming to Topeka, Kansas. A $250 million investment, creating 200 jobs right away, someday as many as 1,000.
I hope it tells Americans that we can build jobs, we can recover our economy by keeping jobs in the U.S. We believe that we can be highly competitive.
Slowly, companies that had sent manufacturing work overseas are bringing it home, onshoring those jobs instead of offshoring them. Just this week, Chesapeake Bay Candle, supplier to Target and Kohl's, opened its very first U.S. plant after 17 years making all of its candles in China and Vietnam. 100 new American jobs. NCR is moving manufacturing of ATMs back to America. They're making them in Georgia again. 870 new jobs. Hair care company Farouk assembling hair dryers and curling irons in Houston instead of Asia. 1,200 new jobs. So why now? With wages rising rapidly in China and Chinese workers about a third as productive as Americans, U.S. labor is becoming more and more competitive with China's.
It's becoming a lot more economic to produce in the United States for consumption in the United States.
In our Money Report, a seasonal issue. According to the National Council for Skin Cancer Prevention, more than 3 million Americans are diagnosed with skin cancer every year, and nearly 9,000 die from it. Money reporter Stacy Johnson shows you how to prevent skin damage without burning your family's budget.
Sunlight. Simply being in it can make you happy and help your body absorb vitamin D. But you already know what dermatologists say about the sun.
One, everybody, of course, fears and knows about skin cancer. But another thing that sometimes we forget is that the sun will age our skin.
It's obvious you should protect yourself from too much sun. Skin cancer is not only unpleasant, it's also expensive. So here are a few tips that might help you keep from burning your budget and your skin. Here's a tip that won't cost you anything. Just stay out of the sun as much as you can, or at least avoid it between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And don't let a cloudy day fool you. You can still burn. You want to wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothes and a large brim hat to protect your neck and ears. Next, sunscreen. After a 30-year wait, the FDA recently put out new rules for sunscreens that will result in less confusion and better protection. But that doesn't happen until next year. In the meantime, look for a water-resistant, broad-spectrum UVA, UVB sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher. Best way to save? Buy generic.
If it feels right and looks right and does indeed have the same ratings, then I'm okay with it.
So pay a little, but use a lot.
One is people don't use enough, so they don't use it correctly. And two, it gives them a false sense of security.
Bottom line, nothing better than soaking up a little summer sun. But don't be dumb with either your skin or your wallet. Want more details on products that work and products that don't? I've got it all right here at moneytalksnews.com. I'm Stacy Johnson.
Your sports is up next tonight. See if the Detroit Tigers could rebound from last night's loss to New York. Plus, our Randy Spieth has local baseball highlights between the Escanaba Cubs and the Marquette Blues. That and more is next in ABC 10 Sports. Welcome back. Randy Spieth is here with sports, and we have some highlights from the Diamond tonight.
That's right, Jen. Of course, the baseball season into full swing of things. Little League still to come, though, in July. Well, good evening, everyone. The Marquette Blues and the Escanaba Cubs have had only one off day since last Friday. The two teams were playing their respective county rivals last night, each team ending up with one loss. The Cubs tonight visiting the Blues for this one. Just one contest, half of the first. Eski's Jared Dagenau batting, and he hits a grounder to the shortstop, but the throw is a little high over to first, so Dagenau safe, and that will bring in Trent Schwalbach, and the Cubs take a 2-0 lead. The Blues would get a run in the bottom half of the frame. Gavin Locke batting. He sends this in the left field, and this will bring home Spencer Larson. So it's a 2-1 ball game after one inning. But Escanaba tack on more runs in the second. It's already 3-1. Trent Schwalbach now batting with the bases loaded. Sends this to center field. Brandon Dieter and Austin Young come home. It's 5-1 Cubbies. Then Nick Vandermissen batting for Eski. This is another base hit as it goes through the glove threw the glove there at second base. Alex Zahan comes in to score. Cubs up 7-1, and the Blues appear to be in good shape in the bottom of the inning. This time it's Cody Norquist with the RBI. It brings in Clint Rimsberg, and it's now 7-2. Later in the inning, bases loaded for Adam Gainan. Coach Derek Swajden gets him a little chat before the bat, but Gainan strikes out on 3 straight pitches. That ends the frame. Escanaba goes on to win this one tonight by a score of 11-4. Let's head to the major leagues. Tigers and Mets meeting for a second straight night. 2 different scoring styles for these two. Detroit down here going with the long ball, bottom third. It's Ryan Rayburn with the home run into left field. It's now 5-1. Same score as we go to the 4th. Detroit's Miguel Cabrera with a home run, Detroit's second of the night. Cabrera would have hit a second home run later on this one. As we go to the 7th, it's now a 10-6 ball game. Mets still with the lead. Detroit a 4th home run of the evening. Andy Dirks one into right field. Ryan Rayburn scores. Tigers back within 2. New York, on the other hand, kept the ball in the park with 20 hits in the contest. Angel Pagan finds the left field corner here. New York scores 6 runs in the final 2 innings. Mets win again, this time 16-9. The Milwaukee Brewers also lost tonight, falling 5-2 to the Yankees. Michigan basketball player Tim Hardaway Jr. and Michigan State's Keith Appling combined for 13 points in Team USA's final exhibition game at the 19 and under FIBA World Championships, where the U.S. lost to Lithuania 108-75. The Americans begin preliminary group play tomorrow against Egypt. Well, crews are working around the clock to keep on track of the $52 million project for Michigan's Chrysler Arena. The project won't fully be completed until the winter of 2014. Wolverine fans will see some big and exciting changes when they make it out to a basketball game this coming season.
This summer is mainly an infrastructure project, so a lot of things are behind the scenes as fans won't see it. Basically taking out 45-year-old mechanical equipment, electrical equipment, and redoing the whole thing. New lights, new electrical distribution, emergency power, fire protection. Those are things fans won't see. There are a couple big things that fans will see, mainly inside the arena bowl. We have all new seating, a new scoreboard, which is going to be just incredible. Oh yeah, that first game is going to...
The renovation will improve seating for people with disabilities and expanded concourses for more restrooms and concessions. The athletic department is paying for the project from money and from gifts and through its budget. Let's jump across the pond and head to Wimbledon. Defending national champion Rafael Nadal facing the last American man left, Marty Fish. Nadal looking to end this in straight sets, but Fish keeps the match going with this point, winning this one 7-5. A little fist pump for adrenaline. 4th set, Nadal back under control. He's in the far court here, slicing one away from Fish. He plays it out of bounds, and Nadal just 1 game away from winning now at 5-3 in the 4th. Triple match point, no problem for the #1 player in the world. Nadal advances 6-3, 6-3, 5-7, and 6-4. They'll face Andy Murray in the semifinals for a 2nd straight year. And Jen, of course, I know in the newscast we had a little bit about that celebrity golf event taking place out at Gray Walls tomorrow. We'll look at that tomorrow at 5:30.
Looks like a pretty fun event.
I know, I wish I could get my clubs out, but I kind of left them at home. I thought they were at my grandparents' house and they weren't.
Oh, bummer.
Yep.
Thanks, Randy. Up next tonight on ABC 10 News Now, enjoying a little summer reading just got more exciting. Find out how you can meet some of your favorite authors right here in the UP when we come back.
Okay, so is anybody...
Coming up in just a few minutes, Nightline. Tonight, an independent review panel concludes key DNA evidence may have been contaminated in the Amanda Knox case, plus an exclusive preview of Formula 3 freediving. All that and more on Nightline right after ABC 10 News Now. And finally tonight, the Upper Peninsula will be playing host to some of the top authors throughout the state of Michigan over the next month. The UP Book Tour will kick off tomorrow at the Peter White Public Library in Marquette. Authors with a connection to Upper Michigan are coming back to their roots to meet with fans and avid bookworms.
65 authors, roughly. I think 65. Doing 53, maybe 54 events. We might be adding one more in a month. So it's in 21 UP cities. So we're kind of going everywhere. Menominee, Copper Harbor, Houghton, Mackinac Island, kind of all over the place.
The tour will feature several authors who graduated from Northern Michigan University, including a current professor who has some advice for young authors.
Read. The only way you can really develop as a writer is by reading, and particularly if I'm talking to young students, undergraduates and so forth, I often stress that what they are reading at that point in their lives, their late teens and their early 20s, is going to have the most dramatic effect on them as writers for decades to come.
The book tour gives residents a chance to meet and talk with award-winning authors and poets. The tour will stop in 20 different cities across the UP. For more information or book tour listings of events and authors, visit the Peter White Public Library website at pwpl.info. And thanks for joining us tonight. From all of us here at ABC 10 News Now, have a great night.
Have you heard Magic 97 lately?